sit with you, but I will ask you a few technical questions.
Sure, thank you. Well, from a Bugatti owner, I'm very honoured.
We have a director of traffic here. Maybe he will be very interested in this beautiful car of yours. He has questions. Please, Naveed.
And I guess the question I have, since you came to Oman, if you face any difficulty, or you're expecting to face any difficulty, please tell me to facilitate the things for you.
Well, that would be wonderful. I think for us, we're only hoping that the UAE will facilitate our passage through as well. So if there is any connections that we can, before we arrive there, that we could actually tell them or contact if we do have some issues, that would be wonderful. I mean, I'm only asking this on the basis that I have nobody in the UAE at the moment that we can, you know, only my carnet de passage. But if there's somebody or a number that someone can give us that we can call, or you know, one of your numbers. I haven't got any of your details here. I don't expect to bother you with just me, but if there's a possibility that you could, if you feel that you can facilitate in any way an issue that we may have in the UAE, or somebody that can help us, I would be more than happy to.
We have a club, and we have the chairman of the club of UAE, who is a very close friend of us, and it's no need to go further to the really high, to the police or anything, and I'm sure that they will be able to get you through with no problem at all.
That's absolutely fantastic.
But we would like to have all your the particulars of your passport, particular of your car,
Absolutely.
and maybe even the picture of the car, so that we can forward it to.
Yes, sir.
The question may arise to enter to maybe the insurance, to have insurance to cover that.
Well, we have Omani insurance. That's the first thing we have. I think it was 50 rials or something that we paid, but it was we have it's a compulsory thing. One of the things that we find very fascinating is that we come to many borders in the world which are very well set up. First of all, it's immigration. Secondly, it's customs. Thirdly, it's then police and insurance. In some countries, for example, the insurance company is 30 kilometres away. We can't have it in every port, I realise that, on every border, but we make our effort where we have to comply with insurance. We automatically do. I mean, we're not here to make any misdemeanors with the police. And I have to say, the Omani police have been very, very good. They've waved at us very courteously as we've driven very slowly along the road. And you must understand that we drive very defensively. I mean, we're not here to race. Everybody asks me, how fast does it go? I can tell you on my GPS, the fastest I've driven in the whole world is 133 kilometres an hour. And that's recorded on my GPS. So you can see the car is quite capable of going faster than that. But that's the point. We are very road-abiding. And you know, we have a saying to the Safety Council at the meeting yesterday, the car meeting, give way and live another day. You know, this is our motto, to be very, very polite and cautious on the road. So that we've come 123 countries without any accidents. You know, that's almost without even a fine. I actually only got fined in Swaziland for speeding, for saving a dog's life. I drove a friend's dog 600 kilometres to a vet, and I was doing 83 in his Toyota Land Cruiser in a 60 zone. But I saved the dog's life, and I went to court in Swaziland, and that's the first infringement on my licence, which the judge null and void in 44 years of driving. That's the first infringement I had. So I was that's why I went to court to protect it, and the judge wiped the charge away, so I'm very pleased for that. But anyway, I'm happy to answer any questions later for you or whatever with the car, but I'm happy to give all our details on, obviously, so that you can have them on record.
My question to you, how you come up with this idea to make this car from scratch and to travel around the world?
Well, the motivation is to be a pioneer. You know, when you think of things to do in the world, it's very difficult. If I asked you all a personal question, how many original ideas did you have today? Like me, I didn't have one. So for me, it was a challenge to come up with a concept that I could actually put together a record. And one of the concepts was to be able to build a car from recycled material that would actually go to as many countries as we could afford to go around the world. And then with that vehicle, that idea, attach that to our charities that we want to support, to enable then people to recognise that as an endeavour, so that they would be willingly supportive of us and then of the charities that we would like to support, the epilepsy and cancer worldwide. And that's our endeavour.
How long did it take for you to convince your other half?
Well, that's a very good question. One I should probably answer in private.
She was silly. That's what the problem was.
Very silly, yes. Without my wife being beside me all the way, I mean, we've been married for 36 years, so that gives you an idea that we are a good match couple.
Oh, got that on tape now, Chris.
I've got that on tape. That's me finished. But please, if there's anything more I can answer, I would love to.